Let's talk about TIDRADIO H8. I got this radio about a week ago, and I've been looking into it. It works really good. One of the greatest features about this radio is that it's Bluetooth, and what that means is you can connect it to your phone. You can put the information into your phone, and it relays over to the radio. It's basically additional options. You can program the phone, or you can program the radio by itself, but the technology through the app would exceed the radio's delivery. So you can see it's pretty sweet looking radio. I got the long antenna, 771. It comes with it. It also comes with another one. Let's talk about using it though, because there aren't very many videos about actually using the radio. It looks like about, I don't know, maybe 10 months or a year ago, TIDRADIO looked like they were sending out a whole bunch of radios to people, to influencers, and that's a great idea. But there hasn't been very many radios about, or videos about using the TIDRADIO. So let's just explain some things that if you're a first-time user and you thought, let's get into GMRS, let's explain some things about this radio. First of all, this radio, it's the same model across the board. The H8 TIDRADIO can switch between ham, HMRS, and unlocked. The same model. Let's just get that out of the way, because this radio, it's the same model. You can switch. So if you buy the ham one, I'm guessing it comes preset to ham, but with 3 button clicks, you can change it to whatever you want. Now keep in mind, if you switch it, it's going to erase the data, but I'm pretty sure you can back it up on your phone, so no problem. You can save it on your phone on the app. Just create an account. Okay, let's dive into this too. Let's explain a few things about radio, about this radio, or just radio in general. So to start off, for example, one of my friends he bought 2 of these, and he was talking to himself on both radios, and it worked fine, but then he called me, and it didn't work. He was like on channel, I think 10. So just initially, there's channels like 1 through 22, 1 through 30 actually, but 1 through 22, FRS can use these. It's a family radio station from the Walmart walkie-talkies. They can use that. Same channels as this one. The difference though is that there's only about a half power. I think it's channels 8 through 14 are half power, like 0.5 watts. So you don't really get that much distance out of that. And you have like channels 1 through, okay, I might be off 1 or 2, but like 1 through 5 or 1 through 7, something like that. They're 5 watts, you know. And then you have channels, the upper channels like 15 through 22. Those channels are 50 watts? No, 50 watts? Yeah, I think 50 up to 50 watts. So this radio, I mean, I haven't tested it per watts, but I've seen other people test it and it gets up to 12 watts, right? So generally speaking though, on high power, generally speaking, it's a 5-watt radio. It can go up to 10 or 12, right? So generally you'll want to choose not one of those channels that's 0.5 watts. You'll want to choose a channel that's, I think, 1 through 5 or 1 through 6 or 7, and then skip over those middle ones and then choose 15 through 22, one of those. And then the other ones, 23 to 30, that are programmed in the phone, these ones, they're going to be repeater channels. I haven't really figured that out yet, because you can just connect to any repeater. So with the app, you can just search local repeaters with the app. 20, and then you just choose the one you want, and then you import it Bluetooth to your phone. A key feature though is that generally when you're connecting a device to your phone, you'll sync it up with your phone. You'll put the password in. But this one, what you want to do is just turn the Bluetooth on here and on your phone. Push this little button right here. Bluetooth, turns it on, turn it off. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like they have it on and off button here, because if it's on, I don't see a reason why anybody in the world that's close enough couldn't connect to your device. But come on, it's not like anyone's going to connect to your device. You can turn it on and off when you're ready. So that was, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be a huge deal, but anyway, you don't connect it with your phone. All you do is you just turn your Bluetooth on your phone, and then with this, oh, I'm sorry. With the app, you'll want to connect it. It'll ask you connect with your app, not with like your Bluetooth settings on your phone, like with the actual, like you click into it. So that's another thing. With the repeaters, if you want to find a repeater basically is a tower that someone has set up with an antenna, and it can broadcast the signal to a farther range, like anywhere from 5, maybe 2 miles, or 2 to 5 miles, or anywhere up to 20 or 100, or depending on how powerful it is, right? So you can connect to these repeaters to extend your reach if you want to. However, with the GMRS, it's pretty powerful, anywhere from, just around your neighborhood to 5 or 6 miles or more, depending. One of my friends got up on the roof of a tall building the other day that was about a mile away, and it was pretty clear. On the other hand, I was connected to one of my other friends that had the same radio, and he was in his house that had kind of metal shingles in his roof or something, and it blocked the signal. So just little things, but even going outside, even me going next to the window or holding the radio in a different position can make actually a big difference. I have noticed though that anyway, so I was going to say something about the anyway, I haven't tried the other antenna. This antenna seems to work really good, this long one. The other one, I'm assuming it's for shorter range. That's fine. Let's go through this. So I changed this setting on the app to tell me 20. These are the repeaters. So this generally says channel 22. It says it right there. You can change these things, these features. I'll make some more videos probably about this, but generally speaking, that should help people get started. Just choosing a channel, you just choose it generally right here. So mine says GMRS, but because I switched it to name. So in the app, you can switch this area right here if you want to say the name of where you are. So for example, here, let's just do 32. So I connected to a fire station repeater near me, and I called it Fire 19 because the distance of their repeater is 19 miles. So I called it Fire 19. This is another one, KA 30 miles, so another repeater in my area that goes 30 miles. And then there's a medical center tower. I don't know if it is available, but I don't know if, like, I haven't been able to talk to anyone on that one. I talked to someone on this one the other day. Some guy that was just not super friendly, but anyway. So here's another thing. That that I was wondering about the other day, because the FCC tells you that you need to relay your call sign every 15 minutes and when you're signing off, or if you're just maybe just doing one transmission, right? Something like that. And you can relay your call sign through English, right? Verbally say your call sign, or you can use international Morse code. So I kind of feel like, I was using my call sign at first, just saying it, but then I realized that the Morse code just seems more reasonable and, I don't know, just better in a lot of ways. Just doesn't get in the way, and it's more simple. It doesn't distract anybody. It's not like you owe anybody on the internet, or sorry, on the radio waves, your call sign. That has nothing to do with anybody, really. If they want to identify you, then they can identify you how they wish, maybe even your name, just use your name, but your call sign, that's only for FCC only. It's not for anyone else necessarily on the waves, right? So, anyway, so I figured out a way how to just use the Morse code instead. And there's a lot. So for example, let's say squelch. This is just how much interference. I changed it. I'm still testing it, but I haven't really seen a difference in what's going on with squelch. It's supposed to decrease background noise and make it sound better or worse. Mic gain, it's generally set to 15 when you get the radio. I turned it up to 30, but I don't know if there's a big difference or not with that. Breath LED, this basically, this light up here, every 5 seconds it'll flash. It's supposed to, oh, that's weird.
Confirm.
Huh, hold on, let me see here. It's supposed to flash every 5 seconds. Unless I'm connected. Here, let's try it.
30, 30, 20, 2, 2.
Let's go to this one. Let me see. I can't really see it. Huh. Maybe I haven't connected. Anyway, I thought that was supposed. Anyway, here I think when you're connected or you're talking, there it goes. It's, oh, sorry. That's right. So when your radio is off, every 5 seconds it'll flash, and that's what the breath LED is. On top here. So it should flash again. There it goes. So we'll wait 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6. There it goes. Yeah, so sorry, it has to be off. The radio is off, not when you're connected. I'm sorry. So the breath LED. You can change that. I don't know if it's a huge deal or not. There's a whole bunch of options. I won't go through all these right now, but million of them, right?
Confirm.
But that's kind of the gist of getting started with it. You can connect to a repeater, but the most important thing really are those channels. You want to make sure you're connected to a channel that's appropriate to the radio, like a 5 watt or higher generally. I mean, if you're in your house, it doesn't really matter. You could do a 5 watt, 0.5. I like channels, the higher channels just because, but either way, it doesn't really matter. 5 watts does the job, unless you want to go up to 50. So I think it's 15 to 22, or use the repeater, go even farther. Let's see what else. Anything else? It comes with all these things. You can plug in your stuff. Flashlight on top. Nice little button on the side. 2500 milliamp battery. It's pretty awesome. I got the charger, the base charger, and it's a pretty sweet radio. I think this is the only radio that switches between ham and GMRS and unlock and Bluetooth. Man, it just keeps going on. It's only $50, so you might as well just get one. Signing off.